Steel, the backbone of the industrialized value chain, a centerpiece of innovation and economic growth, the material we use to build the future. But despite steel's importance to our everyday lives, steel producers have faced a bumpy road over the last few years, and the industry has undergone dramatic changes. And when we look to the future, the only certainty seems to be more uncertainty. In fact, when a steel executive looks at the future of their business, there are several potentially disruptive factors that they must keep on their radar. Industry consolidation, geopolitical uncertainty, evolving customer demands, the impact of e-mobility, regulatory changes, the effect of digitalization, and then there's tax issues, cost pressure, interest rate fluctuations, process complexity, environmental concerns, and of course the impact of China, both in terms of consumption and supply. With all of these things happening at the same time, it's a significant challenge just to know what to focus on, and to understand which of the many disruptive factors will have the biggest impact on steel players and their business models. With such a challenging outlook for the industry, how should steel executives approach the difficult choices ahead? Capabilities-driven strategy offers a powerful perspective to rise above the day-to-day churn, focus on the few things that really create value, and make decisions about how to compete. In today's world, successful steel players must anticipate and exploit change, rather than simply reacting to it. In order to do this, steel companies must first commit to an identity. That is, be very clear about how they provide value and the few things required to do so. Next, they should update and extend their distinctive capabilities to allow them to deliver on this value proposition, their way to play, better every day. Across industries, companies that commit to a strong identity in this way are significantly more successful than others. And doing so allows them to shape the future, rather than reacting to turbulence. For companies in the steel industry, there are three distinct ways to play to consider, with each one defining choices about the business model and the specific capabilities required to win. Customer-centric innovator. These players create value by developing new products to fit their customers' needs and getting them to market with speed. In order to succeed at this way to play, companies need an underlying capabilities system based on a deep understanding of their customers' evolving needs, constant innovation, delivery of specialized technical services, and flexible manufacturing. Supply chain expert. These players create value for their customers by offering greater flexibility in lead times and order sizes. And their capabilities system needs to reflect this positioning, with a focus on demand forecasting, flexible manufacturing, integrated supply chain management, and powerful pricing. Cost leader. Companies that adopt this way to play offer products to their customers at the lowest possible cost. And consequently, their capabilities system needs to be based on managing a very efficient supply chain, ruthlessly focusing on core activities, and constantly identifying ways to cut costs. Of course, no steel company follows one way to play exclusively. Each will choose their own unique combination and path. But in every case, it's vitally important that companies keep a clear focus on the few capabilities that are essential for their success. Strategy and PwC's strategy consulting business has developed a three-step approach to guide companies as they define their future way to play and focus on the few capabilities that are key to their success. Of course, there remain many challenges ahead for the steel industry, but navigating these challenges successfully and finding opportunities within the chaos will only happen with clarity on the right way to play and the capabilities required to do so. Strategy and create strategy that works.